Hey Books, welcome into our Capricorn-Aquarius Love Tarot reading for November 2025. I thank you guys for being on this side of the channel as always, and I really do hope that this message will serve you well whenever it is meant to. Please keep in mind that this could be relevant for any Capricorn or Aquarius placements that you have in your moon, your Venus, your Mars, your Jupiter, or your Lilith signs. This could also resonate anywhere you have 10th and 11th house energy, especially in respects to aspects with those positions and planets. Okay, or if you have any planets in your 10th and 11th house, this can be relevant for you. So please keep that in mind. Oh my goodness. Mercury retrograde. Okay, please keep that in mind while you listen. All right. I want to talk about what I was getting in our meditation here. Capricorn Aquarius energies and placements. Somebody might be traveling towards you, whether this is energetically or physically, to bring in some sort of or ask of you to support them emotionally. Okay. They have gone through a spiritual awakening. They have awakened into some sort of clarity, new awareness. And they feel like they need to share that with you, or they feel like they got to tell you something. Something that you might not have been aware of, which I kind of feel you are aware of, but this person might not know that you're aware of what you're aware of. They don't know that you know, so they feel like they need to come in and say and tell and express or share. I get this energy of being slightly annoyed by this, like like eye roll, kind of what now, what do you want, kind of a vibe. Okay, this could be somebody or something where there's always something going wrong with this person. This could be a friend. This doesn't even have to be a lover. Take it as it resonates. Family member. There's always something happening. There's always some sort of complaining or whining this person wants to do about something. Okay, and don't get me wrong, everybody has their moments, and that's okay. And it's always lovely to be an ear for someone, right? But this feels like somebody who takes that being an ear to an extreme a little bit, or takes advantage of your willingness to hear this person out. Okay. Somebody keeps making bad choices and I can't even make it. I was literally about to say, someone keeps making bad choices and decisions and it slips out the deck. And they're making these bad choices and decisions from a toxic space within themselves. So this is somebody who doesn't want to change their toxic ways, but they want to complain about what's going on in their world and in their life as if they're not the root of the problem, or as if their choices and decisions aren't leading them to these series of unfortunate events I just heard, okay, or mishappenings, misfortunes, okay. So it seems like you're dealing with somebody who is not seeing how they're getting in their own way, or not wanting to take accountability for their actions. Looking for someone to blame, looking for someone to point the finger at, looking for a way out of the self-reflection. I kind of feel like for some of y'all, this could be a friend where they get really sensitive if you have tried to be like, hey, maybe we could make better choices or different choices, or are we seeing how doing the same thing over and over again is insanity, right? Like, you might have had that conversation with this person, or you've held back on having that conversation because you maybe feel like they can't handle the truth. I feel like you're in the energy of truth here, Capricorn Aquarius energies, and somebody might be getting it from you. Like, it might be like, I can't hold my tongue anymore. I gotta let you know how annoying as hell this is. Like, and I don't think people really recognize how they could be draining people with that kind of round and round energy. Yeah, it's like somebody just wants to come and complain how everyone else is the problem, yet they never want to talk about what they can do to be different or what choices they can make differently. Soon as you try to have that conversation, it's like, no, I'm not the problem, everyone else is, right? Like they take offense to it, they get defensive. It's like, oh, so you're against me too, and meow, 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 and oh, child, yeah, that's tiring. That's draining. It's exhausting and annoying for sure. It's annoying. Yeah, I just heard, how many times are you going to complain about the same problem and before you realize there's something that you can do about it? Yeah, I don't know. This is somebody who keeps making poor decisions, but again, wants to blame everybody else. Oh, that person was crazy. Oh, they were doing this. And it's like, no, you're the crazy one. You're the crazy one, actually, because you keep choosing what you know is not good for you, what you know is not in alignment with you, thinking that you're going to get a different result. Okay. So it might be time for you to maybe have that conversation with someone, my Capricorn-Aquarius energies, or somebody has already had that conversation with someone and maybe they want to come in and kind of apologize for being annoying a little. Like someone sees how they were maybe being inconsiderate of your energy. Yeah, this gives me somebody who like never asks you what's going on with you. They're always just want to talk about all the drama they got going on, but it's like they love the drama at the same time. They keep choosing the drama. And I think you're tired out of this. That's just what I'm feeling, yeah. Okay, that's just what I was getting in the meditation here, but let's see what the divine wants you to know about this. What's going on here for Capricorn-Aquarius? Yeah, final shot. Okay. Thank you, divine. Now is the time. The clock is ticking. If you never shoot your shot, then you always wonder what if. Vacation and travel. Like I said, somebody could be trying to travel towards you or want to come see you. Higher self. Yeah, no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. Maybe someone's asking you to come see them, but your higher self is kind of like, I don't know if it's the right time. Yeah, yin and yang. What I'm also getting is you are going to have to trust your higher self when it comes to this situation, Capricorn-Aquarius. Only you know what's right and best for you. There's a need to sit with your, thank you, divine. There's a need to sit with your higher self before you make a choice and decision. Okay. This could be annoying because this is somebody who's been very persistent about you or towards you and isn't taking the no for no. I'm kind of getting that too. Like you might have turned this person down a few times, but they keep coming back around, trying to convince you that they're the one for you. But your higher self is telling you no. Yeah. Or maybe you're kind of in limbo on, is this my person or is this not? Tough conversations. I can't make it up. Like I said, you might have to. Oh, okay. Thank you, divine. Capricorn Aquarius, you might have a friend who wants to travel to go meet up with somebody. I don't know that that's a good idea. Someone might want you to travel with them to go do this. Someone thinks this is somebody who like falls in love really easily or thinks that they're falling in love when really it's just infatuation. And someone's willing to like travel across the country or like, you know, I'm going to go see this person I met online kind of a deal. But they want you to come along. And I kind of feel like you're like, let's sit here. Let's think about it. Okay, let's really tap in to see if this is a good idea. Because do you even really know each other that well? How well have y'all gotten to know each other? Yeah, this is like somebody who like would meet someone online and then like a couple weeks later be going to travel and journeying and staying at their house kind of a thing. Like this is somebody who is not aware, oh thank you divine, not aware of the danger they put themselves in and or put other people in because of this reckless kind of behavioral pattern when it comes to their poor choices and decisions. Right. This is somebody who would, like, you know, goes home with strangers from the club, and then it gets weird or it gets strange or things happen, and then they want to be like, oh my God. And it's just like, well, why do you got to get to know people first? And then, you know what I mean? It's like, but they don't. This is someone who's maybe seeking validation from romantic connections. Okay. And like I said, you might have to have that tough conversation with this friend. Like, hey, you might want to give yourself some time to get to know these people first before you jump in the bed, before you travel anywhere, before you put yourself in harm's way. Yeah. This is somebody who feels like they're running out of time. So that could be prompting this kind of reckless behavior. This could be somebody who's not tethered into their higher self, so they can't see it from that point of view. They're still the little child trying to soothe themselves through some sort of attention seeking. This is, somebody who seeks attention. Yeah, and physical touch. I can't make it out right. Before you get into the physical touch, why don't you get to know them a little bit better? To even know if they should be touching you. But again, this is somebody who's like, I found the one. This is my person. Like, they fall in love so quick. Right. And I was going to say it, and then I was like, maybe not. We do have divine flame here. This could be someone who's convinced that they're on some sort of divine flame. And by their behaviors and their choices, it's very karmic. Like, they're not learning the lessons, so it's not really divine partners that they're meeting. But they keep trying to say, oh, this is my yin to my yang, or my yang to my yin. Like, I feel it, like it's in the, they get kind of, thank you, divine. They're enamored with the idea of being divine in that way. But they're seeking that divinity through romantic partnerships, which divine flame really has nothing to do with romance in truth. So this is, again, somebody who might be, a little caught up in all of that. When really what it is that they want is the physical validation of being worthy or enough or chosen. Yeah, this could be somebody who identifies as chosen one, but all they're really seeking is to be chosen by somebody. Okay. Yeah. Right. This is somebody who would jump in head first without really knowing someone, without having ever really been through anything with this person, and then gets caught in these like sticky situations, or gets trapped in these situations because, again, they didn't take the time to really get to know who they were moving in with, or, yeah, this is someone who moves fast. Okay. Tell me about this final shot here, divine. What's this energy about? Yeah, somebody feels like they're running out of time to find love. Someone could be like, oh, I'm getting older, so I gotta just get what I can get, kind of a thing. And it's like, yeah, no, that's not the right mindset to be in. Don't settle for just any old body, anyone who's just giving you attention or willing to be in that physical touch with you. It's not love. Yeah, it's like somebody might think that someone's desire for them sexually is love. Love is being desired, when no, not in its entirety. It can be a part of that, but it's not all that love is. So what's this final shot? Thank you. Communication. Yeah. Like I said, maybe you've already had these I can't make it up. Maybe you've already had these kind of conversations with this person, and this is like your last time kind of trying to bring sense, your sensible Capricorn, Aquarian nature, logical nature to the situation. They keep falling for people who are unavailable because it gives them an opportunity to prove their worth. Yeah, somebody's stuck in that cycle. Okay, tell me about vacation and travel. Chemistry. Right, I can't make it up. I can't. Thank you, Divine, for the confirmation. Exactly. As soon as they think they're feeling chemistry with someone, they're willing to move to the ends of the earth and uproot their life. And yeah, I'm going to just go live with them. And it's like, you don't even know them. You don't even know them. Yeah, they start to feel the crazy vibes. And they're like, yep, this is my yin to my yang. This is it. This is my person. Da, 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 da. And it's just like, ooh, slow down. Slow down. Clarify the higher self. Okay, being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community is really important aspect of my identity. Yeah, y'all, I can't make it up. I cannot. Slow down. Moving way too fast. Okay, clarify yin and yang. Thank you, Divine. I can't make it up. This is someone who thinks that hooking up means love. This person wouldn't hook up with me if they didn't love me. This person wouldn't do that if they didn't care for me. And it's like they're not getting it. It's not clicking for this person that love is not required for physical connection and hookups. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And it's like, this is someone who would move in, uproot their whole life for a good time. And then be stuck in a situation to be like, oh, it wasn't a long time. Now you done did all this stuff with your life. You see what I'm saying? It's like, this person has gone through this cycle a couple of times. Yeah, I'm starting to fall hell over heels for you. You're the yin to my yang. You're this, you're that. Like, real quick and easy. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but this could just be somebody who struggles with self-control in that way. Like, again, when they're revved up in that chemistry, they'll go for it. Okay, clarify yin and yang. Super right. At best, what they're really feeling is that they really, really like somebody. But they translate that I really like them into, this is my divine flame, this is my yin and my yang. Oh, we're so compatible, we're just so this, when they're really still searching for themselves, in all honesty. I don't think this person knows themselves enough to be able to know what their yin or yang would really look like. But you wouldn't be able to maybe tell this person that. Yeah, there's something different about you. You really stand out from the crowd. I want to know more. But I think this person takes that too far. Yeah, and I can't make it up. And they end up in connections that use them. They end up with people who want to take over their world, take over their life, who want to maybe even be them in a sense, or just like use them up for their resources and then leave them high and dry when they're done. And then it's like, had you had really took the time to get to know this person and didn't just rush into the physical connection, you might have seen these red flags. You might have taken note like, oh, wait, okay, maybe this isn't that. It's almost like somebody makes commitments when they're in the honeymoon phase of it all, when they're on the high of the romance and the exciting and it's new. It's like someone's impulse control is warped here. Right. Someone feels like they have a connection. They go right on in, head over heels, jump head first, just to find out that this person was using them the whole time. And again, I guarantee you this has happened more than once. And they like these people so much that they don't see, oh, well, you know, they're just out on hard times. Well, you know, really it's their trauma, and then they really just don't. It's like there are all these excuses. Yeah, unstable. And you know what's so crazy, the way I'm feeling this? This could be somebody who has so much going for them. They're so stable. They're so dynamic. They have, like, it's almost like shocking that this person would be so reckless in love. That's what I'm kind of getting. Like, do you not see that you have so much value to protect? But it's that need for, I kind of feel validation. Do you know what I mean? This would be somebody who has the money, has the finance. Oh, I don't mind taking care of my partner. I don't mind, you know, bankrolling them and supporting them and getting them up on their feet just for them to do so. And then come to find out this person wasn't really in a good space or had good intentions from them from the jump. Okay. This could be somebody who is attracted to the same sex. Take it as it resonates. I can't make it up. No spark. Love struck. It's pretty obvious that you're into me. And that's what they make known right away. And when they do that, whoever they're talking to, dealing with at the time, takes advantage of that. So all they got to do is love bomb. All they got to do is this. And this person's just like, here, you could have this and I'll give you that. And you can move in and then we could be together and da-da-da-da. And now we got a life. And then come to find out this person might have been fake the whole time. Might not have been real or was really using them. Yeah. I can't make it up. Someone ends up being jealous. Because you know why I feel like this person starts out with no boundaries, and then once these little indicators of instability and, oh, well, you know, da-da-da, once they can't excuse away the red flags anymore, as soon as this person puts up a boundary, then the truth of who these partners are to them comes out. We have to admit that the chemistry just isn't there between us. That somebody doesn't wait until that initial high and excitement of meeting someone new fades. Because it does. You start to see the little things, and nobody's perfect, right? Everybody has flaws. But you kind of need to wait and see those flaws, see those little, oh, okay, there's a little bit of something there. Oh, all right. To see if this is something that's and most importantly, and I can't make it up, nothing but the truth. Most importantly, safe for you. B, something that, is this something that someone's aware of? Are they working on it? Is this something that they deem a part of their personality and who they are, so they're not interested in working on it? Are they even aware that they're doing these things? You see what I'm saying? How do those things affect you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? If any of that's out of alignment, then you have that space when you're just getting to know one another and you genuinely take that time. You cannot get to know somebody in a month. You can barely get to know somebody in a year. It's funny. My mom used to always tell me when I first started dating that you need to see people through the full alphabet. Let every letter of the alphabet represent a month. So 26 months before you can make a solid choice and decision to say, I'm going to commit to this person. I'm going to be exclusive with this person. I'm going to, this is where I'm at. See them through multiple seasons, multiple times over. That's a little over 2 years time. Before you can say there's something here, there's something real, there's something solid. Because people can only fake for so long. People can only hold a mask for so long. Eventually, something's going to happen. Shit's going to hit the fan, and you're going to see who they really are. If they have been authentic, nothing really will change. Again, they might have their little things. But if they weren't, the mask will slip. And that way, you're not tied to anybody. You're not stuck anywhere. And having to deal with then the truth of who that person is that they were trying to hide or mask or whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's like somebody doesn't give that amount of time. Somebody feels like that's too long. Somebody feels like love slips through their fingers, so they gotta grab it when it shows up. That kind of a thing. It's a worthiness. It's a worthiness issue. Okay. Tell me more about final shot and communication. Yeah, like I said, I think you've had multiple conversations about this. I feel like this is kind of, again, a friend. This could be a sibling, family member. Take it as this child. This could even be a parent acting crazy like this. But whomever, you've had this conversation and this communication before, and it almost seems like somebody's about to start the cycle all over again. And so you're like, remember, hey, do you not see these as red flags? And they're kind of like, no, because they're so in love and there's so much chemistry. And it's like, no, that's not what they really meant. They're not really like that. It's like somebody just makes excuses because they don't want to let go of the physical. It's like somebody needs to have somebody there. And they might not be willing to face that right now. So I get it. I can see how this might be exhausting here, Capricorn-Aquarius. Clarify vacation, travel, and chemistry. I can't make it up. 10 of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles. This is what they start to dream up and think of and get into before the foundation is even laid. It's like they hop right into the 10 of Pentacles without getting the Ace of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles. Like they don't build to even know if they have a partner or not. It's like, but that's what I mean. Somebody's in the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So that could be it. Somebody might feel like they don't need somebody to build with them, and they built their own and they have everything they need. They just want the partnership. But they're overlooking that partnership and how it's going to affect what they've built. And they end up in the 5 of Pentacles. This is somebody who has convinced themselves, oh yeah, I don't mind, being with somebody who's not also a hustler like me, or who also doesn't have their own. And then it ends up being an issue in the connection. 4 of Swords. I can't make it up. Somebody could have been, okay. Thank you, Divine. Somebody could have recently, or maybe not so recently, and recently maybe as like within the past few years, have been exploring kind of same-sex connections in that way. Like maybe they gave up on the opposite sex and they made up their mind that that's really who they are, and maybe they're realizing that that's not who they are. Like, it's almost like someone felt like they would be safer by dating the same sex, and then doing so ended up connecting them with people who were worse than who they dated when they were dating the opposite sex. That seems significant here. Ooh. Knight of Wands, right. At best, it's a Knight of Wands energy. They're here for a good time, not for a long time. But they make those people who are showing that behavior their yin and yang. You know, they go that far with it in their mind or their perception of this person. Right. And like I said, there's little investment on actually getting to know them. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. A pentacle is about a year's time. So they're like, okay, that's enough. Now we can get in. And it's like, that's still not enough time to really get to know somebody for real, for real. Okay. What's the tough conversations in using you? Knight of Pentacles. Slow down. It's funny. I'm getting a little twinge in my foot. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. And the Fool. I can't make it up. And the Fool with the Three of Cups at the bottom. I feel like you've told this person time and time again, I don't see the spark between you and that person. I don't really think they like you like that. And again, that's hard to communicate. That's hard to tell someone who's head over heels and infatuated with someone. But again, the moment that they get to that physical touch, or that's what they jump off the cliff on. The physical touch is great and I feel so good and da-da-da-da and I'm in the body, and it's like, okay, they just leap. When really it's just somebody coming in to kind of leech off of this person. You know what I'm getting? This could be somebody who's super empathic and maybe has that identity of I'm a healer in that way. Like people come into my life and I heal people and I help them get through their trauma. And it's like, you're really just kind of playing Captain Save 'em in truth. And I hate to put it like that, but that's really what it is. And someone has to see that. I kind of feel like this could have been somebody who was hetero and thought that they would find something different by going the other way, and it's the same thing again, if not worse. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I can't make it up. Ace of Pentacles. But it's like this person, well, maybe this time will be different. Well, no, that was just that, and now I know better, and da-da-da-da. No, I promise this person is different, and they're different, and they're just the same. Same as all the others. Yeah, Three of Wands. Someone expected going the other way to work out in some way. I don't know, that keeps coming up. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Six of Cups. But they might just be running from, or were running from, the deeper, darker work that they needed to do. And now Venus is in Scorpio, so here comes that work representing itself. Yeah, the Page of Swords and the Hermit. Yeah. This is somebody who struggles with being alone. So I feel like they make excuses or they overinflate the energy that they get from the physical connections with these partners or these people that are coming in the Three of Cups being interested in them. They inflate that and then they kind of pay for it after. The Magician, right? This is someone who believes they can make someone be different, or they have the power to, again, heal someone of their things. And maybe that's what happens. These people come in on this, oh, I'm so broken down, and oh, I need this, and and I've just been through so rough. So it's like, oh, let me love you. Let me pour into you. You know what this gives me? Somebody didn't get that love and protection and pouring into and support. And so now that's kind of what they've made their mission to do. Well, I'm going to be the love that I didn't get, which is a beautiful thing. But that mindset has been taken advantage of more times than this person maybe is willing to acknowledge or is even aware of. And I really do feel like this person would be better off just being hermited for a little while. Yeah. Hangman. Because once they do, they're going to see the manipulation for what it was. Yeah. And be able to maybe move on from what they thought they were. Again, with this queer energy. Like, again, it's like, you know what? Okay, let's say like this is like a feminine. Okay, it could be a masculine, feminine or masculine, right? Let's say they had an issue or didn't, again, receive that love and support and care, had a lot of trauma, a lot of pain around the same-sex parent. Okay, so if it's a feminine, they have mom issues. If it's a masculine, it's the father. So out of trying to heal that bond or the lack of the bond, they've gone the other way to really, and what they're not aware of is subconsciously heal the relationship that they either didn't have with that parent. But once they realize that all they really need to do is use that healing energy, they could be a healer, right? They could have that healing power, but they need to use it on themselves. And once they do, they move on from that desire to be in that kind of same-sex bond, because it was really just a reflection of them wanting to heal that bond with the same-sex parent. Like, it's that deep for somebody here. Yeah. Once they close out that cycle, they won't really desire that anymore. Can't make it up. Page of Cups. They will then understand the value of the love, the value of the healing energy they do have, and no longer need that to be filled by anybody else, which is really kind of what they maybe have been doing, trying to fill the void of the lack of guardianship, the lack of parenting, by actually being a parent to their partners. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So once they kind of connect with that realization, a lot of shifts can happen and they can close out this cycle and they can actually be open for what they really, really want. And, maybe they're just on that journey of trying to figure out what it is that they want. But I think they're avoiding the healing that they need to do. Maybe this is all coming out because you might need to kind of break this down for somebody, Capricorn-Aquarius. Yeah, Two of Cups. I can't make it up. They'll find that right connection. Once they really connect with themselves. Which, again, requires them to kind of heal their own heart without being tied or tethered to someone else. I can't make it up. Tied and tethered, child. Okay. Okay. Now, maybe this is a partner of yours. Maybe this is you, Capricorn-Aquarius, okay? That has to do this healing. Take it as it resonates, please. And please take it with love. But we got higher self out here. So let's hear from the higher self. What does the higher self want to say to Capricorn-Aquarius energies? The higher self involved in this situation. What does it want Capricorn-Aquarius to know and or hear right now? Yeah. I want to break this no contact. Like I said in the beginning, somebody might not be connected to their higher self, which is why they keep running into the same cycle or doing these same impulsive acts. So the higher self wants to connect with this person. That's the Hermit energy too. Yeah, that's the tough conversation. I think you need to be alone. And with Divine Flame, that's exactly what they will open themselves up to once they do this healing. So this is somebody who has a divine partner, but keeps settling for this no spark physical touch fool energy, or keeps making foolish choices and decisions based off of that need to heal. You don't realize how perfect you are to me, right? And this is what I mean. That's the self-worth. Thank you, Divine, for all this confirmation. Thank you. That's the self-worth. The higher self is saying, I think you're perfect. I don't think there's anything wrong with you. I think you're amazing. You're wonderful. But this person doesn't feel that. And so they seek that validation of what their higher self is trying to tell them through other people, as opposed to just receiving it through themselves. I can't make it up. I lost sight of what was important in our connection. Yeah. Somebody lost sight of the importance of being connected to themselves because they were chasing connection with other people. And the people that they were chasing were only trying to use them and maybe didn't even have spark. Lord have mercy. And I'm hearing this. Maybe somebody pretended to be queer just to get access to this person's, again, I hear finances and stability. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Somebody has to hold on tight to their resources. Somebody knew that if they kind of came in on that, oh yeah, like I could be that with you and da-da-da-da-da, that they could get access to this person's stability and maybe fuck it up. Excuse my French, but that's what I'm kind of getting. I'm going through the dark night of the soul and need space. That's exactly what is maybe about to happen for this person, or is happening. Yeah, with the devil energy at the bottom. This person has to go through their hermit and then get into their hangman. Okay, I can't make it up. I'm healing. Please be patient with me, right? This person has to heal before they can connect with anybody else. Yeah, I love you more than I let on. And I'm almost getting that kind of in reverse. That, again, somebody let on that they loved more than they did. Somebody could have ran to the same-sex situation to heal from something that was opposite sex. Like the distrust in that principal energy, whether masculine or feminine, ran so deep that it made them reject all of it. Okay, that's just oddly specific maybe for somebody here, but just take it again as it resonates. Yeah, somebody, I keep hearing somebody maybe didn't have a mother or a healthy mother, or didn't have a father or a healthy father. So again, Their desire for that bond pushed them to falling for the same sex, falling for that, because what they were really playing out was the love that they wanted to give to that parent or couldn't express. So it's like if they didn't feel mothered, then they got into same sex to feel that feminine vibe and that feminine energy. So they might not even really be queer. I don't know. Just take it as it resonates, okay? Yeah, you're the best thing that's happened to me. I think that fell out on the floor, right? So I don't take those. Can I just get one here? One more from the higher self of this situation to Capricorn-Aquarius. Ooh, okay. Two more. I can't keep going on without you. Yeah, I think that's what the higher self is like. Hey, we gotta connect. You can't keep going on without connecting with me, without tuning in and tapping in. And I'm coming in to show you a better version of me. Yeah. Okay. Somebody knows that they haven't been their best self. And maybe that's something that they're grappling with the dark night that they're in, or they might be about to go through. That in chasing these connections, they've really been betraying themselves. And that's a wound that's hard. That's a rough realization. So again, if you're the friend, like I said, you might feel, somebody might spiral. I don't know. It's like you might feel this urgency of, okay, let me come and be with you. And this is maybe what they'll tell you what was going on. Like they might start cluing you into all of this. So if that's the case here, Capricorn-Aquarius, please do your very best to listen. And not that you would judge, but really just try to hold space for this person, but be honest. Be honest, be truthful about what you see, what you've seen, because I think this person might be at that point where they're ready to receive that truth that you've maybe been trying to tell them, or you've been holding back, because it's like, I'm letting you live your life, you know, you do you figure it out. But like I was saying, maybe it's time to have that tough conversation with them about what you've noticed, what you've seen, and definitely reassure them with the love that they are loved. Again, you don't realize how perfect you are to me, right? Like you're perfect, like, and you don't have to do that for love. You don't have to save everybody. You know what I mean? You gotta save yourself this time. And I think that's something that somebody needs to hear. Okay, so you might be that voice, Capricorn-Aquarius, or maybe this is what you needed to hear, and I hope you receive it well. I love you lots. I truly, truly do. I'm going to leave it here. Let me know your thoughts about this message in the comments down below, if it resonated or if this comes up at any point, okay? And if you'd like a personal reading with me, y'all, that is, again, at cusproses.com. That's linked in the description box below if you want to dig deeper, if this was your story, or if you want guidance on how to help somebody through this, we can book a session, okay? But I love you all so very much, and I thank you for being here and all your love and support. And I'll see you in our next one, okay? Namaste.